Now that you have a solid understanding of what digital marketing is, the main channels available, and how a conversion funnel works, it is time to move from theory to practice. Before launching any campaign, analyzing any audience, or building any automation scenario, you need to set up a functional, organized, and efficient work environment. This chapter is entirely dedicated to that preparation phase. Think of it as building a workshop before starting to craft. If your tools are missing, scattered, or poorly configured, everything you build afterward will be fragile. Why a well-prepared work environment matters. Many beginners in digital marketing jump straight into creating content or launching ads without setting up the foundational tools first. This leads to common and costly mistakes: campaigns that cannot be properly tracked, data that is lost or inaccurate, teams working in silos with no shared visibility, and strategies that cannot be measured or optimized. Setting up your work environment correctly from the start means you will be able to act faster, measure accurately, and improve continuously. It is not a bureaucratic step, it is a strategic one. The 4 main categories of tools you need. To work effectively in digital marketing, your environment needs to cover 4 essential functions: communication and collaboration, web presence management, analytics and performance measurement, and marketing execution. Each category contains specific tools that professionals use on a daily basis. You do not need to master all of them immediately, but you need to know what they are for and how they fit together. 1. Communication and collaboration tools. Digital marketing is rarely a solo activity. Even if you are a freelancer or a consultant working alone, you will collaborate with clients, graphic designers, developers, or copywriters. Having shared, cloud-based tools is essential. Google Workspace, formerly Google Suite, is one of the most widely used environments in the professional world. It includes Google Drive for file storage and sharing, Google Docs for writing and editing documents collaboratively, Google Sheets for managing data tables and campaign tracking files, Google Slides for creating presentations, and Google Calendar for scheduling and planning campaigns. The key advantage is that everything is stored online, accessible from any device, and can be shared in real time with collaborators. For internal communication, tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams allow teams to exchange messages, share files, and organize discussions by topic or project. These tools replace long email chains and make coordination much faster. For project management, tools like Trello, Notion, or Asana allow you to organize tasks, track progress, assign responsibilities, and set deadlines. For example, when planning a product launch campaign, you might use Trello to create cards for each task, writing ad copy, setting up tracking, preparing the landing page, and assign them to specific team members with due dates. 2. Web presence management tools. A digital marketer needs to be able to create, edit, and publish content on the web without necessarily having advanced coding skills. Several tools exist for this purpose. Content management systems such as WordPress are platforms that allow you to build and manage websites and blogs without writing code. WordPress is the most widely used content management system in the world, powering more than 40% of all websites. You can install it on a hosting server, choose a theme, and start creating pages and blog posts. Many businesses use WordPress as the foundation of their digital presence. Landing page builders like Unbounce, Lead Pages, or the landing page features built into tools like HubSpot or System.io allow you to quickly create specific pages designed to convert visitors. For example, a page where visitors can sign up for a webinar or download a guide in exchange for their email address. For social media management, tools like Buffer, Hootsuite, or Later allow you to plan and schedule posts across multiple social platforms from a single dashboard. Instead of logging into Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook separately every day, you can prepare a full week of content in advance and schedule it all at once. 3. Analytics and performance measurement tools. This is one of the most critical categories. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. Digital marketing is powerful precisely because every action can be tracked, analyzed, and optimized. But that only works if your measurement tools are correctly set up from the beginning. Google Analytics 4 is the standard web analytics platform. It tracks who visits your website, where they come from, what pages they visit, how long they stay, and whether they complete important actions such as filling out a form or making a purchase. For example, if you run a Facebook ad campaign that sends people to your website, Google Analytics 4 will tell you how many of those visitors actually purchase something, which is essential for calculating your return on investment. To make Google Analytics 4 work properly, you need to install a tracking tag on your website. The easiest way to do this is through Google Tag Manager, a free tool that allows you to add and manage tracking scripts on your website without modifying the code directly. Think of Google Tag Manager as a container. You put all your tracking tags inside it: Google Analytics, ad tracking pixels, heat map tools, etc. and it places them all on your website from one central location. Search Console, also from Google, is another free and essential tool. It shows you how your website performs in Google search results, which keywords bring visitors to your site, how often your pages appear in search results, and whether there are any technical errors that prevent Google from reading your site correctly. For paid advertising, each platform has its own measurement tools. Google Ads has a built-in reporting dashboard, Meta, Facebook and Instagram has Meta Ads Manager, and LinkedIn has LinkedIn Campaign Manager. Each of these tools requires you to install a specific pixel or tag on your website to track conversions accurately. 4. Marketing execution tools. These are the tools you will use to actually run your campaigns, send emails, manage contacts, create automation sequences, and run paid ads. Email marketing and marketing automation platforms like MailChimp, Bravo, formerly Sendinblue, ActiveCampaign, or HubSpot allow you to build contact lists, design email newsletters, and create automated sequences. For example, when someone signs up on your website and automatically send them a welcome email, then a follow-up email 3 days later, then a promotional offer 1 week later, all without any manual action on your part. Customer relationship management systems, such as HubSpot, Salesforce, or Pipedrive, allow you to track all interactions with your contacts and clients, manage sales pipelines, and align marketing and sales efforts. In a digital marketing context, a customer relationship management system helps you understand where each prospect is in the conversion funnel and what action should be taken next. For paid advertising, Google Ads and Meta Ads Manager are the two most essential platforms. Google Ads allows you to run ads in Google search results and across partner websites. Meta Ads Manager allows you to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. Both platforms require you to set up an account, link it to a payment method, configure your target audience, and connect your tracking tools before launching any campaign. Prerequisites before you start. Before using any of these tools, there are several technical and organizational prerequisites you need to address. First, you need a professional email address linked to a domain name. Using a personal Gmail address like yourname@gmail.com is not professional and may limit access to certain tools or undermine trust with clients. You should have an address like yourname@yourcompany.com or contact@yourbusiness.com. This requires purchasing a domain name through a registrar such as OVH, Namecheap, or Google Domains, and setting up email hosting. Second, you need a structured and accessible filing system. Create organized folders in your Google Drive or equivalent cloud storage for different projects, clients, and content types. Name your files clearly and consistently. This seems basic, but poor file organization is one of the most common sources of inefficiency in marketing teams. Third, you need accounts on the major platforms. Create a Google account if you do not already have one, as it gives you access to Google Analytics 4, Google Tag Manager, Google Search Console, and Google Ads. Create a Meta Business account at business.facebook.com to manage Facebook and Instagram ads professionally. Create a LinkedIn account and, if relevant for your goals, a LinkedIn company page. Fourth, you need to understand basic data privacy rules. In Europe, the General Data Protection Regulation sets strict rules about how you collect, store, and use personal data. Before collecting any email addresses or installing tracking tools on a website, you must ensure that a proper privacy policy is in place and that visitors can give or withdraw their consent for data collection through a cookie consent mechanism. Ignoring these rules can lead to legal and financial consequences. Fifth, you should set up a password manager such as Bitwarden or LastPass. As a digital marketer, you will quickly accumulate accounts on dozens of platforms. A password manager stores all your credentials securely and allows you to use strong, unique passwords without having to remember them all. How these tools connect to the conversion funnel. Remember the simplified conversion funnel you studied previously: awareness, consideration, conversion, and loyalty. Your tools map directly onto these stages. Social media scheduling tools and content management systems help you create awareness. Landing page builders and email marketing platforms support consideration and conversion. Customer relationship management systems and marketing automation tools nurture loyalty and repeat business. Google Analytics 4 and platform-specific dashboards allow you to measure performance at every stage. Setting up all these tools correctly before you start means that when you design a campaign, you have full visibility over what is working and what needs to be adjusted. A practical example of a minimal starter setup. Imagine you are a freelance digital marketing consultant helping a small online coaching business. A minimal but functional work environment for this context would include a professional email address linked to the client's domain, a Google Workspace account for documents and collaboration, a WordPress website for the client's web presence, Google Analytics 4 installed via Google Tag Manager on the website, a Bravo or MailChimp account for email marketing and basic automation, a Buffer account for scheduling social media posts, and a Meta business account for running Facebook and Instagram ads. This setup costs very little, can be configured in a few days, and gives you everything you need to execute, measure, and optimize a complete digital marketing strategy. Conclusion: preparing your work environment is not optional. It is the foundation on which every campaign, every analysis, and every optimization will rest. The time you invest now in setting up the right tools, organizing your files, creating your accounts, and understanding the prerequisites will save you enormous amounts of time and frustration later. In the next activities, you will start using these tools concretely. Make sure you have a clear mental map of the 4 categories: communication and collaboration, web presence management, analytics and performance measurement, and marketing execution, and understand what each type of tool is designed to do.